If you'd like to join me down on the mat, shall we make a start? So let's begin our practice by just taking a moment or two to get comfortable. Start to allow your body to soften and relax. And become aware of your breathing. Then take your awareness up to the crown of your head. And slowly scan down through your body. Starting to become aware of how all the different parts of your body are feeling today. Getting a picture in your mind of how you feel physically overall in your body this evening. And then bring your awareness into the activities in your mind. At the end of a busy week, whatever thoughts you've got left in your mind about that week, if you can possibly now, let them go. Let those thoughts drift away. And if they seem to come back, if they seem to resurface, just acknowledge them. Let them drift away again. So you have thoughts coming into your mind and leaving. And just letting your mind rest as thoughts come and go. And then turn your focus back to your breathing. And follow the breath as it comes in and goes out. And finally take a moment to set your intention for this practice. And to remind yourself of your motivation for taking part in this practice today. So let's start to bring some movement into the body now. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Circle your ankles. Circle your wrists. Stretch your fingers out wide and point your toes. And then clench your hands into a fist. Pull your toes back towards your shins. Relax your hands. Relax your feet. Slowly turn your head from side to side. And then relax your neck. Allow your head to rest on the mat. Extend your arms out to the sides and bring your feet up towards your buttocks. Knees and ankles together. And take an inhale here. And as you exhale, lower the knees to the left. Inhale to the centre. Exhale over to the right. Now back to the centre. Bring your feet up off the ground, take hold of your knees and hug your knees into your chest. And keeping both hands on the left leg. Extend the right leg up towards the ceiling, pointing the toes. Just using the strength of your thighs and your stomach to hold the leg up. Keeping the leg straight, lower it down to the ground. And then raise it back up again. Allow the knee to bend. Take both hands over onto the right leg. Straighten the left up towards the ceiling. And then keeping the leg straight, lower it down to the ground. And then raise back up again. Allow the knee to bend. Take the left hand onto the left knee, right hand onto the right. Pull your knees up and pull them out to the sides. And bring your knees back in. Let the right foot come down to the ground, the sole of the right foot come down to the ground. And take hold of the ball of your left foot with your left hand. Straighten the left leg as much as you can. And then bend the knee. Let the left foot come down to the ground. Bring your right foot up, take hold of the ball of the foot and stretch up and pull back. And allow the knee to bend. Bring both of the feet down to the ground. Turn on to your side. And bring yourself up to seated. Take your left foot out in front. Bring your right foot into the side of the thigh. Hands to the sides of the hips. And take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, lower down. Take your right foot over the top of the thigh. And take your left arm, wrap it around the thigh. Right hand to the ground behind your back. And twist to look over your right shoulder. And relax, come forward. Take your right foot out in front, bring your left foot in. Hands to the sides of the hips again. And take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, lower down. Take your left foot over the top of the right thigh. Wrap your right arm around the thigh. Left hand to the ground behind your back. And twist to look back over your left shoulder. And relax, come forward. Both feet out in front. Feet together. Toes pointing up. Bring your hands alongside your hips. Fingers pointing forward. And take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, lower down. Bring your feet in. And come on to your hands and knees. Raise your right leg up. And point the toes out behind. And pull the toes back, keeping the legs straight. Lower the right foot down to the ground, onto the ball of the foot. Raise your left hand up. Lower the left hand down. Bring the back of the hand to the mat. And thread through, bringing your shoulder down. And keep that back leg as straight as possible. And then bring the left arm back. Place it down. And draw the right knee in. Take the left leg out behind. Point the toes, straighten the leg. And then pull the toes back. Lower the foot down onto the ball of the foot. Raise your right arm up. Lower the right arm down, back of the hand to the mat, and thread your shoulder through. Thread your arm through. And bring your right arm back through, and draw the left knee in. Extend your right foot out behind you again. And lower it down to the ground. You're going to take your right foot now, turn it back. Raise your right hand up. And lower your right hand down, push up with your left. And reach over with your left hand. And lower your left hand back down. Bring your right arm down. Turn your left knee back and bring your right knee Raise the left leg out behind. And then lower it down to the ground. Turn your right knee back. And raise your left hand up. And lower your left hand down, push up with your right. Bring your right hand up. And stretch over. Then bring your right arm back down. And your left hand down as well. Turn your right foot back. Bring your left knee in. And sink your belly down. Raise your chin up. And arch your back. Bring your chin in. Let your belly sink down, raise your chin up. And then arch your back and bring your chin in. Sit back onto your heels. Stretch out in front with your fingers. And bring your chest forward. Walk your hands in. And come up to standing. Feet about hip width apart. We'll take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise your arms up. Allow the arms down to shoulder height, bend at the elbows, palms facing forward. Pull back across your chest. Take a gentle back bend. Reach up to the ceiling. Your right hand high, lower your left hand down onto the thigh and take a side bend over with your right hand. And reach up with the right, bring the left up to join knee. Allow back down to shoulder height. Pull back across your chest and back bend. And then stretch up. Left hand stays up, right hand come down to your thigh. And side bend over the left hand. Bring the left hand up, bring the right hand up to join it. Take an inhale. And exhale, fold forward. Take hold of your elbows with the palms of your hands. And let your upper body hang loose. And let your hands come back down. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, lower down to the sides. If you're not already facing the long side of your mat, turn so that you're facing the long side of the mat. Take your feet out wide. And take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fall forward. Inhale, raise your arms up. Allow them down to shoulder height. Bend at the elbows, palms facing forward. And turn your toes out. Bend your knees, sink your hips down. Come into goddess. Bring your left foot up onto the toes. And then lower it down. And bring the right foot up onto the toes. And lower down. Bring the left foot up and the right foot. And lower back down. Straighten your legs, reach up, bring your toes to point forward. Take an inhale and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise your arms up. Bring the palms together, lower them down to the heart. Turn your toes out again. Bend your left knee, keeping your right leg straight, taking the weight over your left thigh. And push back up and over to the right side. Now push back up. Just take your feet a little bit wider if you can. Over to the left side. And back to the centre. And over to the right side. And back to the centre. Toes to point forward. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Walk your hands round to the left side. Bend your left knee. And we're going to come onto the ball of the left foot. Turn your right foot up. Sink your hips down. You can keep yourself supported with your hands here, or if you feel you can bring the hands into the heart. Ooh. And take your hands down if they're at the heart. Move your weight over onto the right side, so your right foot comes onto the ball of the foot, left foot onto the heel. Sink your hips down and bring your hands to the heart if you can. You're going to turn your chest over to the left now. Take your weight over into a long runner's lunge. And then back to the centre and out to the right. And back to the centre. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, lower down to the sides. Toe and heel your feet in. And give your hips a gentle rock. And then come up to the front of the mat. We'll take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Step back on your right foot, onto the ball of the foot. Push down with your left, bring your body up, and raise your arms up. Come into high lunge. Lower your right arm down, take it over the top of your left thigh. Bring your left arm around your back and twist to look back over your left shoulder, keeping your body as upright as you can. And bring your body forward. And raise both arms up again. Lower your arms down, hands down to the ground. Come up to forward fold. Take a step back on the left foot, onto the ball of the foot. Push down with your right foot to bring your body up. Raise your arms up. Come into high lunge. Bring your left arm down across your thigh. Right hand around behind your back. And twist to look back over your right shoulder. And then come forward, raise both arms up. And lower down to the ground. Step up with your left foot. So we're back in forward fold. Just step back on your left foot. And then on your right, push your hips up into downward facing dog. And bring your chest forward to plank. And lower down to the ground. Feet onto the insteps. And push up to cobra. And take your weight back onto your heels. And stretch out in front of your fingers. And bring your chest forward. Walk your hands back towards your knees, so you're kneeling towards the back of your mat. You're going to take the left foot forward onto the flat of the foot and bring your hips forward and sink them down. Raise your arms up and then lower them down to the sides, bringing your hands down behind your back. Interlace your fingers and push your thumbs down towards the ground, bringing your chin and your chest up. Let go of your fingers. Bring your arms up by sweeping them back and then lower them down to the ground. Shift your weight back to your right foot and come onto the ball, onto the heel of the left. If you can, bring your hands so that they're pointing backwards and let your chest come down towards your thigh. And bring your hands forward. Left foot onto the flat of the foot. And bring your left foot back. Walk your hands back in. Take your right foot forward onto the flat of the foot. Bring your hips forward and down. And then raise your arms up. So we're in kneeling lunge. Lower your arms down to the sides, bringing your hands down behind your back. Interlace your fingers and push your thumbs down to the ground, bringing your chest up, raising your chin, pulling back across your shoulders. Let go of your fingers. Bring your arms all the way over and allow them down to the ground. Shift your weight back to your left foot. Come up onto the heel of the right. Let your chest sink down. And then if you can, bring your hands to face back. Bring your hands forward. Draw your right foot back in. Feet onto the balls of the feet. Straighten your legs. Push up to downward facing dog. And come forward to plank. Lower your chest down. Feet onto the insteps and push up to cobra. And raise your hips up. Bring your toes together. Take the knees out to the edges of the mat. Sit back onto your heels. stretch out in front. And bring your chest forward. Sink your hips down. And take your weight back onto your heels. And if you can, just let your knees slide out a little bit more. Rather than reaching out in front this time, push the mat away from you so you're pushing your buttocks back towards your heels. And bring your chest forward, staying on the forearms. Let your hips sink down. Take your weight back. If you can, let the knees slide out a little bit further. Push yourself, push your buttocks back to your heels again. And bring your chest forward, staying on the forearms. Let your hips sink down and take the feet out to the sides. So we're in frog. And lower yourself down. Stretch out in front. And bring your arms back in. Onto the forearms, lift your body up. Bring the toes in. Just bring the knees in gently. Come up onto your hands and knees. Feet together, knees together. Lean your hips over to the left. And back to the centre. And out to the right. And back to the centre. Walk your hands in. Come to seated. Take your left hand over onto the right knee. Right hand to the ground behind your back. And twist to look back over your right shoulder. Relax, come forward. Right hand over onto the left knee. Left hand to the ground behind your back. And twist to look back over your left shoulder. And relax, come forward. Right hand down to the ground, left hand palm up. Inhale. And exhale, reach over. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, lower down. Right hand palm up, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down. Take both hands over to the right side. You've got a hand either side of your knee. Walk your hands out. Bringing your chest down towards your thigh. Walk the hands back in. Both hands over to the left side. And walk your hands out. And walk your hands back in. Hands in front. And walk your hands out. And walk back in. And take both feet out in front. Bring your backs down onto the mat. Arms alongside your body. The palms facing down. Oh, excuse me, a big yawn. Bring your heels up towards your buttocks. Arms alongside your body. Ankles about hip width apart. And push down into the ground through the soles of your feet. And push your hips up. And lower your hips down. Bring the feet up off the ground. And bend your knees and hug your knees into your chest. Then extend your feet up towards the ceiling. Point the toes, straighten the legs. And pull back on both legs. Ease the tension off. Relax your ankles. Allow the knees to bend. Bring the soles of the feet down to the ground. And extend your arms out to the sides. Cross your right leg over the top of the left leg. And take an inhale here. And as you exhale, lower the knees to the right. Inhale back to the centre. And exhale over to the left. Inhale back to the centre. Take the right foot down to the mat. And cross your left leg over the top of the right. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, lower your knees to the left. Inhale to the centre. And exhale over to the right. Inhale back to the centre. Take the left foot, place it at the side of the right. Relax your knees out to the sides. Bringing the soles of the feet together. And then extend your feet down to the bottom of the mat. Take your ankles apart. Relax the toes out to the sides. And bring your arms to a position that's comfortable for you. And take your awareness up to the crown of your head. And scan down through your head and face. Relaxing the muscles in the face and in the jaw. Relax the neck and shoulders. Relax the upper arms and elbow joints. Relax the forearms. Relax the wrists and hands, the thumbs and the fingers. Bring your awareness back up your arms, across your shoulders and into your upper body. Relax the chest, the rib cage. Relax the muscles across the top of the back. Relax the muscles running down the sides of the spine. Relax the bottom of the back. Relax the muscles around the sides of the body. And relax the stomach muscles. Relax the pelvis and hips. Relax the muscles in the buttocks. Relax the hamstrings at the back of the legs. Relax the muscles all around the thighs. Relax the knees and the calves. Relax the ankles and the feet and the toes. And bring your awareness to your breathing now. And start to count the breaths in and out. And breathe in, count 1. And breathe out 2. And breathe in 3. And breathe out 4. And carry on counting the breaths in and out. When you get to 10, come back to 1, start again on an inhale. Always remembering with this practice that as soon as you notice your mind's wandered off, because it will wander off, as soon as you notice that's happened, just gently bring it back to your breathing. You can come back to 1, start again on an inhale, and do that as many times as you need to. Doesn't matter if you don't even get to 10. If you need to just keep coming back to 1, starting again on an inhale, that's absolutely fine. Now release the focus from your breathing. Bring your awareness to the physical sensations in your body. Noticing where you can feel your body in touch with the ground. Noting how those points of contact feel and how they feel different from each other. How they feel different from the parts of your body that are not in touch with anything. And then let's start to bring some movement into the body. So move your hands and feet. And your knees and hips. Move your chest and back. Move your arms and shoulders. Your head and neck. And when you're ready, if you turn on to your right side, in your own time, bring yourself back up to seated. Just taking a moment or two here. Just to stay with that feeling of relaxation. To enjoy that stillness in your mind. And take a deep breath in and out. If you've had your eyes closed, gently open them now. Namaste.